Hey guys, Atreyu is back. I do hope you all are doing well. It is my 5-year, 1-month Lociversary. Let's get to it. Atreyu is back, yeah. Atreyu is back, yeah. Atreyu is back, yeah. Atreyu. So, as I said, it is my 5x1, my 5-year, 1-month Lociversary, and today I'm bringing to you an update. But before I get into the Locs, I want to take a moment to shout out a couple of people. One person I've already shouted out, but I'm going to shout him out again. His channel name is TP Locs, not to be confused with TPL Locs. That's a different channel, but TP Locs. And yeah, as I said before, he has an amazing channel with very thought-provoking content. In fact, he just recently made a video about Jay-Z's alleged involvement with an anti-Dreadlock group, Crusher organization. He makes videos about things like having stinky locks, the temptation to cut his locks. He gives you, tips for locks. He just keeps it real in all his videos, and you can tell that he puts a lot of effort and energy into them to make them as perfect as can be. He's well spoken. But yeah, I'll let you take a listen for yourself.
I would argue that even his own perception and his processing of the situation via his hair is a result of Eurocentrism and just kind of the white lens. The idea that the Locs themselves look intimidating, it's not something that I believe originates from him. I think that has something to do with the society at large that will influence that thought process. It's not something that I think you just innately derive. I don't think we're born thinking, oh, okay, well, dreadlocks are, intimidating looking. I think we come up in a society that encourages certain hairstyles and discourages others. And when you come up in a society that discourages people getting locks, maybe you do develop an ideology where you think it's intimidating. But that being said, this was something that this person...
So hopefully what you've seen will be enough to have you check out his channel and subscribe to him. I believe TP Locs is like around 19 months in the game. He speaks on a lot of things that people who have younger locks would talk about, especially, right? Not that I'm not relatable at this 5-year, 1-month mark, but he's like right in the throes of it, right? So things might be on his radar that are not necessarily on mine. So yeah, I just encourage you guys to check him out. The second person that I wanted to shout out, and who I told I would shout out, is KC2TONE. He's probably around 7 months lock. I think he hit his 6-month Lociversary about a month ago, so that would place him at around 7 months. He also has a very awesome channel, and he's in school right now, so shout out to him for trying to do YouTube and school at the same time. I know it can be very challenging because YouTube can be time consuming, but yeah, it just goes to show what you can do with great time management skills and a desire. The thing I like about KC2TONE is that even though he's like obviously young in the game, everything that I've ever heard him say has been spot on. I think he really has the gift of discernment, as you try to sift through all the things that you hear about locks and tips that are given from YouTubers and stuff. I feel like he really, through his own deductive reasoning, has sort of held on to what's important. He's really able to decipher like what's true and what's false, or what tips are actually good tips and what tips are bogus, And I feel like definitely not every person that puts out a video is able to do that. I've heard some crazy stuff from people, but I really do feel like KC2TONE has that ability to like discern what's true and what's right and what's really gonna help people. So I really respect him and his channel, and I think he has a lot to offer, and I think he will be able to help new lockers and old lockers alike. Let's take a quick listen to KC2TONE.
I got my dreads obviously, and I'm planning on really keeping these dreads. Like I feel like the people that don't have like any backstory to why they got dreads. They just woke up one morning, they're like, hey, I want dreads. I feel like those are the people that end up snipping it off first. So like, this was like a very thought out decision that I made to get dreads, and I'm really trying to get mine like long. I always had a lot of respect for the people that took the time to grow out their dreads, and now they have like the long dreads even to like their waist. And I really want to become one of those people and be part of the dreadlock community. And yeah, I'm just really excited for that. Like, I want to be able to tell people how I got my dreads and show them through my channel, and be able to look back on my channel when I'm older to see how it went around, because I don't plan on doing this more than once. Like, once I grow out my dreads and they're how long they are, I'm not gonna cut and restart the whole process over again. I'm done after that.
Alright, so those are the two people that I wanted to shout out in this video. I will leave links to them in the description box, so please check them out, subscribe to them, and if you do subscribe, let them know that I sent you. Alright, let's get to this update. Alright, so let me now show you my dreadlocks. So probably already started to lose some of the hang time that I had from my 5-year retwist. But yeah, this is what the locks are looking like. You guys saw, I think a couple of videos ago, or maybe actually the last video, the length that was sheared a step, or it might have been 2 videos ago. I was sure to step back far enough or whatever, so you can see the length, but there's no point in really doing it in this video because the length I'm starting to lose already just because of the new growth at my scalp. Things that I want to point out is that the budding that I showed you at my 5-year update video, it's still happening, but they're starting to kind of compress a little bit more, so they're not quite as puffy as they once were. I mean, they're still there, but they're starting to contract a little bit and compress. They're less noticeable to me, I would say. You can see my scalp is no longer as visible anymore, which is not a surprise. It's been a month, and I have hair that grows away from my locks, so yeah. So for all the people who were sad that I retwisted because, you know, they like that full look, it doesn't take me long at all to get that look back. Yeah. I have not done any moisturizing or anything. I think because I keep my locks up in a satin bonnet the majority of the time, I don't really have to worry about moisturizing. When I retwist, the essential oil that's in the distilled water or rose water that I use to retwist my locks with, that's enough moisture for my locks. It's enough to get me in between retwists. And if I don't retwist when I wash, you know, I'll go through and oil my scalp. That's enough. I can't tell you the last time I actually used the rose water vitamin E or rose water sweet almond oil spray and misted my locks. Like it's been months. Like seriously, it's been months since I last did it. It's not necessary, you know. I don't think I'm being neglectful. Like, my locks seem to be doing well. They seem to be thriving, but it's like the longer I'm in this, the more I realize, the more it becomes evident that you don't need to do all that. Like, it doesn't take all that to have locks, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the beginning of my journey, I feel like, as is the case with seemingly most everyone else, you feel like you need to be doing something, right? Because otherwise you're just going to be watching your hair grow, which you'll never see, right? It won't grow before your very eyes, even though it is growing, but you won't notice it. So you feel compelled to do stuff. I got over that a long time ago, years ago now. And now, literally guys, I just live my life. I don't have time to obsess over my locks or to, you know, be doing something to them. They're up in that satin bonnet and tam, and I go and I live life. And I think it has paid off because the locks seem to be thriving. And they're not riddled with product buildup, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just really encourage you guys to, you know, take a back seat with your locks and its approach, and I think it will really benefit you. It'll give you peace of mind, and I think you will love the results that you get. So this is what my locks are looking like at 5 years and 1 month. They're doing well. As you see, I didn't do a retwist. I wasn't planning on it. The earliest that I would do a retwist would be next month, after 2 months, because I usually, when I do retwist every 2 months. But at this point, I still don't know if that's going to happen. I might go longer. I might, in a month's time, still not feel like retwisting, and I might push it kind of like I did last year. But we'll see. I'm not trying to go for another year of not retwisting. I'm just playing it by ear. So, alright guys, that is it for this video. As always, please learn to love unconditionally, because loving with conditions conditions the heart to not really love at all. So Atreyu, it's out.